Hello my 5th standard students. Here we are learning now your science subject first chapter from ICSE syllabus, that is circulatory system. Now we all are aware that the human body is made up of many systems together. Now all these systems, they do have their individual cells with their particular structure for particular function. Now as we all are aware that living beings, that means each living cell will require few things to be in a living state, and those are food in the form of nutrients, liquids in the form of maybe water, electrolytes, and some gases through air. The specific gas is oxygen. Now, utilizing all these things, the human being is going to obtain energy, and the remaining part is going to excrete it in the form of waste. So that waste can be either in the form of solid, liquid, or in the gas form, which we call it as a carbon dioxide. Now, you need to understand one thing, that this cycle goes on throughout the individual is alive. That means taking in, after utilization, throwing it out, and whenever required next time, again taking in. So, this cycle goes on and on. As you can see, this is a kind of continuous process. So, the term circulation is very much suitable over here. Now, after taking it, use it, throw out. After throwing out, you will require the next need, and then again you will take inside all these important nutrients. You need to understand one thing, for this circulation process, if you imagine, you need a kind of pressure and a speed to circulate throughout the body, whatever you have taken through your mouth or maybe through your nose. So for that you need one important internal organ, that is heart. And after pumping, after giving that speed, you need to distribute those all nutrients and take out all those waste through one pipeline. And that pipeline system is called it as blood vessels, particularly which is going to circulate blood. Now, a group of organs which are working together to perform a same kind of function, it is called it as an organ system. You all are aware with this. And here, these are many organ systems we see inside our human body. Now, particularly a group of circulatory organ, that means heart and blood vessel along with blood, they are working together, all together. This is called it as the circulatory system. Now, in this circulatory system, we will first start with organ heart, which is internal organ. Now, the location is very important. Heart is located inside the chest, that is thoracic cavity, between two lungs, which is slightly deviated towards left side. And it is almost like if you just clench your fist, it is of that size. You can see there is a one model I can show you. So the heart is located in this way, inside our chest. Okay. Now, if you see over here, the two lungs, which are spongy respiratory organ, and the very soft heart is protected by these ribs. So it is well protected by whole thoracic cage. We'll come to the detailing about this heart. Now you need to understand why this color are given over here. These are indicating few things. We will understand this. The red color is indicating oxygenated blood, means blood along with oxygen. So that is indicated by red color. The blue color is going to indicate it deoxygenated blood. That is, the oxygen is utilized now and the waste carbon dioxide is there inside the blood. So red color for oxygenated blood, blue color for deoxygenated blood. Now after this, if you see over here, blue color is given from above. There is a one vessel. It is from above. That's why it is called it as superior vena cava. Similarly, if you see, there is one blue vessel which is coming from below. That's why it is called it as inferior vena cava. So these two vessels, which are big veins carrying deoxygenated blood, they are getting blood from all over the body inside the heart. Okay. Now, if you see over here, this red color vessel is called it as a aorta, which is the biggest artery. Okay. And after that, it will give many branches. Clear? Now, artery is some kind of vessel which actually goes away from the heart. Okay. So, any blood vessel which is going away from the heart, that is called it as an artery. Vein is taking blood towards heart. So any vessel, any blood vessel which is taking blood towards heart, that is called it as a vein. Okay. Now what do you mean by chambers? Chambers is some compartment which is present inside the heart. Now this is external features. If you remove this, you can see inside. Okay, so inside this heart, you will be seeing one. This is the one. This is second. The lower one is third. And this is fourth. And you can see this part is complementary to complete the chamber. Fine. So chamber means basically compartments. Atrium, that is singular, and atria is plural. Okay. So atrium is space which is present above side. Okay. So these two chambers, these two compartments are going to collect the blood from the body. That means the body is going to collect and store for a fraction of a second over here. Okay. Now ventricles means a space to give others. That means from ventricles the blood will pass away from the heart. Is this clear? The blood is going to get collect towards heart inside the atria and away from the heart through ventricles. And this 1, 2, 3, 4 are 4 chambers or 4 compartments of the heart. Clear? Now coming to the valves. Now valves is similar to our door, which is opening towards one side. Okay, the blood will pass from atria to ventricles. So for that passage, you need a kind of a door with flaps for maintaining unidirectional flow. So these are called it as a valves. There are 4 valves. 1, 2, here 3 and 4 valves. Okay, so these are the terminologies. Now, when we understand heart, the heart is going to pump blood outside the body also. Okay, so the blood vessels which you see all over the body away from the heart and towards heart, these are called it as blood vessels. Now there are 2 types of main blood vessels. One is artery, which is going away from the heart, and towards heart is vein. Okay, now if you see, the artery is having a short lumen because to maintain that pressure, and veins will have these kind of darwaza, door, that means valves, to maintain key that blood should go above. Okay, so out of blood vessels, these are arteries and these are veins. Arteries will go away from the heart, okay, and veins will come towards the heart. So when veins are coming towards heart, they need to maintain their speed and direction, and to maintain this speed, they do have valves inside that. So by mistake also the blood will not go down again. Okay, so these are arteries, these are veins. Small capillary networks are actually important for the actual transportation. For example, artery will carry all the nutrients, oxygen, liquids, but that tissue needs to take that. Okay, now I'll give you one example. See, here all the nutrients, liquid, oxygen is going towards here. This white part is a tissue. Okay, which the tissue required all those things. So the tissues will take all those things. They will pour their waste product and again it will be carried towards heart. Clear? So in this way, there is an exchange between tissue and blood, like take all the good things and give all the bad things, so that the blood vessel will carry towards heart for again oxygenation process. Okay. Now we'll see animated. Now this heart is pumping. Okay, so can you see, for pumping purpose they required a good amount of muscle. So the muscle health is very important. Can you see this? Whole of the right side is allotted to deoxygenated and left side for oxygenated. Now in this way this is going to circulate throughout the body. If we go towards the close-up, you can see that actually oxygen is given to the tissue and carbon dioxide is again coming back to heart. Now every day the heart is going to pump huge amount of blood, and throughout the day, throughout the year, around this is the number that the time your heart is going to beat. Okay, now all the deoxygenated blood, that is blue blood, is coming toward right side from atrium to ventricle. Okay, now from here it is going towards both of the lungs. You are taking oxygen inside the lung, that oxygen is getting transferred and carbon dioxide will come out, and that oxygen is carried in the left sided oxygenated blood. Left atrium, left ventricle. It is passed through the big artery, that is aorta, and then throughout the body with the help of artery. Okay. Now these are all blood cells, the important part from blood. Now you can see this white part. This is blood plasma. Okay. These are red cells, red blood cells. These are white blood cells, and these small are platelets. Okay. Now try to understand, the blood is going everywhere. So they need to perform different function. What kind of function? Red blood cells will provide nutrition and oxygen. WBC, that is white blood cells, if any foreign body, if any bacteria, virus is coming in your blood, these white cells will fight against them. And platelets are important to repair those small injuries which are going to take place because of pressure. Okay, so RBC will provide oxygen. WBC is required for defense, that is fighting against the organism, and platelets are required to coagulate the blood and stop internal bleeding. Okay, now here you can see the blood is flowing from the heart. This is the plasma, the RBCs, you can see red blood cells. These are flowing, there are many in numbers. These are platelets, smallest blood cell, very important for coagulation. And these are WBC, okay? So they are going to fight against disease, okay? And these all things are flowing inside this yellow plasma. The plasma is very important, which carries all the protein, antibiotics, or whatever good things you have taken. Thank you so much.